Hi, I'm Dalton Cayley, Director of Business Development at Kosciuszko RMC and Kosciuszko Connect. I'd like to welcome you to this year's annual business meeting broadcast. During this broadcast, watch for this light bulb icon, which indicates an important fact you should remember for a quiz afterwards. If you complete the quiz after the broadcast and answer all the questions correctly, you'll be entered for the chance to win a $100 bill credit, a $50 Amazon gift card, a $25 Marathon gift card, or a $10 Starbucks gift card. Online quiz entries will be accepted through 5 p.m. the day of the annual meeting drive-thru, which is June 12th. Winners will be announced on the social media the following day, June 13th, and will be contacted directly. We look forward to seeing you this year.
KREMC stands for Kosciuszko Rural Electric Membership Corporation. In the simplest terms, a cooperative is a business that's owned by its members.
We are driven by a strong mission to safely provide quality electric energy and services to members at a competitive cost. We value integrity, accountability, innovation, and commitment to community above all else.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We strive to always do what's best for our members. There are 900 electric cooperatives in the nation, and all of them operate under the same 7 core principles that unite us.
These principles are open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for the community.
These principles guide our co-op forward, along with the voices of our members. Everything we do is centered on our community and our members, not a sales objective. That's the cooperative difference.
Now I would like to introduce you to our new president and CEO, Tim Landrigan. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Dalton.
Let's do a speed round to get to know you a little bit better. Are you married?
Yes,
Do you have any kids?
3 kids.
How long have you worked at KREMC?
It'll be 15 years in December.
How do you recharge after a long work day?
Relaxing with family in the evenings.
If you had an unlimited budget, what would be the first thing you would do for the office?
I'd bring in unlimited snacks and drinks for the employees.
What's a surprising hobby you have outside of work?
I enjoy snowmobiling.
Of all the roles that you've held at KREMC, what has been your favorite?
I've enjoyed all the roles that I've held here at REMC, but being CEO and president has been my favorite so far.
What are 3 values that are most important to you?
Integrity, mutual respect, and teamwork.
So now that we've learned a little bit more about you, on to some more serious questions. Can you share with us some of the incredible accomplishments we've had this year at Kosciuszko RMC and Kosciuszko Connect?
Yes, KREMC continues to offer the lowest electric rate in Indiana, and the average member bill is 11% lower than our investor-owned local utility companies. Last year, we rebuilt 25 miles of line to improve reliability. We also changed out 1,197 poles. We added 266 new members for a total of 18,786 homes and businesses served. Our power reliability was 99.97%. Kosciuszko Connect, our subsidiary, continues to connect new subscribers to fiber internet. We've maintained outstanding customer satisfaction scores in comparison to other internet providers. We also expanded our coverage to Leesburg and Claypool. We continually look for ways to add more value to our internet customers. Last year, we added Arlo smart camera packages.
Very nice. What other news do we have for our members this year?
One thing we've done this year is pay out capital credits to our members. We are member-owned, so any profit we make is directly allocated back to the membership, either in the form of system improvement or capital credits. Each year, the directors evaluate the financial condition of the cooperative to determine if it is appropriate to refund capital credits. This year, KREMC members received a total of $1.1 million in capital credit refund payments. The amount of each member's capital credit refund is determined based on the percentage of total electricity used by that member for each year. KREMC carefully tracks members' investment. Since capital credit refunds are based on the amount of electricity used, the amount of refund varies from year to year.
One of the ways KREMC supports our community is through the Operation Roundup program. Can you tell us more about this program and how you've seen it impact the community?
Yes, Operation Roundup is a program where members' electric bills are rounded to the nearest dollar. For example, if your bill is $100.80, it's rounded up to $101 and the 20 cents goes towards the fund. This amount normally adds up to $6 or less per member per year. The money is held at the Kosciuszko Community Foundation. Charitable organizations in our community apply for a grant from the fund. A voluntary committee of KREMC members reviews the grant application and make recommendations to help decide which applicant should receive a grant. Last year, we rounded up $91,287 that went back into Operation Roundup. I really want to thank our members for supporting such an amazing program. It does affect a lot of lives in our community.
So one of our 2024 Operation Roundup recipients was Big Brothers Big Sisters. Plus, many of our employees participate in this program. Let's hear how the support of KRMC has impacted this organization.
Hi, my name's Tammy Smith. I am the Community Development Director for Big Brothers Big Sisters here in Kosciuszko County. Big Brothers Big Sisters is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping children build a better future for themselves. We match up children from the community, who we call littles, with an adult mentor, who we call the big, and they are getting together, spending one-on-one time together, building a relationship, and the impact is really great. The children build confidence, they have higher self-esteem, do better in school, and have stronger family and peer relationships because of it.
One of the most inspiring things that I have seen as being part of the Big Brother Big Sister program is, one, being able to see my little once a week. She is 6 years old. She is in first grade. She is full of energy and smiles. She loves to have that one-on-one activity time with me where we go and we'll have lunch in a room and we will do a game, we'll do crafts. This experience has changed me as far as viewing the difficult times that are going on within our community and how our children suffer that we aren't aware of because maybe our homes are fine. So just having that positive influence to listen to what the issues are that's going on in their lives and help giving them that positive guidance and the things that they might need to help get them through life has probably been one of the most amazing experiences for me.
The impact of our program is deep and meaningful. I see it over and over again with the littles we serve. Children are lacking that face-to-face connection more and more, so the need for that one-on-one relationships has grown a lot. And operation costs have increased, so the need for funding in this area is also a challenge. We're so grateful to receive funds from the Operation Roundup grant. Those funds specifically help us offer match activities for our bigs and our littles. It's also great for the kids that we have on the waiting list. Helps keep them engaged and involved with us while they're waiting for a big brother or big sister.
If you're considering volunteering and you're hesitating, I would give you the advice to go for it. You can just be a lunch buddy for the entire time that they go from kindergarten all the way through high school. You have the opportunity to only do it for 1 year. It's just basically what you want to commit to. But it is something that will open your eyes to what's out in our community and what's going on with those children and how we can make them better for their future.
There are many ways to get involved with our programs. Obviously, the biggest need we have is for people to step up and be a volunteer big. But if that's not the right time for you, there's plenty of other ways to get involved. Businesses can sponsor our events. Certainly, we accept donations and in-kind donations. You could also invite us to come out and talk to your team at your workplace or church. If you're considering becoming a big, I would encourage you to just take that first step. Reach out, ask questions, learn more about our programs. Think about a time when you were younger. Think about that person who was there for you. You could be that for somebody else.
Thank you, Big Brothers Big Sisters. Another way KRMC supports our community is through our youth programs. Let's hear from our operations manager, Mike Whitaker, to learn more about how KRMC is investing in our young community members.
Thanks, Dalton. We invest in our youth in several different ways. One way is through our Liveline trailer demos, which were designed to educate the public, especially our youth, on the basics of electric line safety. We want to empower students with the knowledge to protect themselves on a day-to-day basis as well as in an emergency. This program also shows students different career paths available in the electric cooperative industry. Another way we are investing in the youth in our community is through our 2 scholarship programs. The John H. Anglin Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship awarded to 10 recipients to go towards a higher learning institution of their choice. The 4-H Scholarship is a $350 scholarship awarded to 10 recipients to go towards their 4-H project. Joining me is one of last year's scholarship recipients, Riley Burns. Welcome and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
If it would be okay, we'd like to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah, of course.
Great. First of all, can you introduce yourself and, where are you attending school?
Yeah, so my name is Riley Burns. I attend Grace College. I am in my 3rd year now. I just finished my 2nd year as of yesterday. So
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your educational journey so far?
Yeah, so I actually was born and raised here, Warsaw, Winona Lake area. And so growing up, I always kind of knew I wanted to go to Grace. Both my parents are Grace grads. And so I got recruited to play soccer there. So I went and actually started as an exercise science major, switched halfway through my freshman year to graphic design, which is a very big difference. So a very scary transition, trying to figure out if this is really what I wanted to do. But I've been doing it for a year and a half so far, and I absolutely love it. It's definitely where I need to be.
Great. Sounds like you're enjoying your time.
I am.
How did it feel to be selected as a scholarship recipient?
I was very excited, definitely surprised. I'd filled it out and I didn't really know. I kind of always expect we're probably not gonna get it. And then I remember getting the email and I was with my mom at the time and I showed her. She's like, oh, really? That's great, congrats. And I was like, yeah, I did it, I got it. This is so exciting. And it was awesome.
Yeah, would you say you're a person that wins everything or never win?
I would say probably not usually, no.
Well, that's great.
So I was really oh, wow.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone thinking about applying for the scholarship next year?
Yeah, definitely do it for sure. It's been so helpful to me. It's been the support and also just a lot of joy. And every so often we'll get the little kind of care packages and the gifts in the mail with a little letter and then some really helpful and useful things. I remember getting it one day. I was having a bad day and I got the email that I had something in the mail and I picked it up and it just made my day so much better. And it was also super helpful. The things in there was exactly what I needed. So just knowing that there's someone behind you supporting you in that is awesome. And then also it's not a hard scholarship to do. It doesn't take a lot of time, very straightforward. So it's definitely totally worth it.
Great. What are your career goals looking forward?
Yeah, so I'm definitely still kind of looking to see what I want to do. Something graphic design for sure, whether it's freelance or working for a company. I'm very drawn to nonprofits or a Christian company. And so just kind of seeing what doors the Lord opens for me. But
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all the questions we have for you. We really appreciate you coming and thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Next, we have one of last year's 4-H scholarship recipients with me here today, Kate River. Kate, thank you for being here today. What school do you go to and what grade are you in?
I'm in 4th grade at Lakeland Christian Academy.
Okay. And how many years have you been involved in 4-H?
2 years in mini 4-H and another 2 years in traditional 4-H.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience in 4-H so far?
I really like math, science, and nature, and 4-H has a lot of projects that combines all those things.
That's good. How did you hear about our scholarship program?
My mom saw it on your website and suggested that I apply for it.
Well, good thing moms are always looking out for us, right? How did receiving this scholarship make a difference for your 4-H project?
It allowed me and my family to go to Clifty Falls State Park, and we hiked a lot of trails there, and I collected a lot of leaves for my forestry project. We also went to the Nature Center and watched a program on turtles and other wildlife in the area.
That sounds like a lot of fun. What advice would you give to someone thinking about applying for the scholarship next year?
I would tell them just to go for it, and even if they don't win, it's still worth trying.
That's good advice. Well, thank you, Kate, for sharing how this scholarship has benefited you, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
We know that our future is bright, not just because of the reliable electricity we provide, but also because the future of our community is in the hands of these bright young individuals. Now, I have the privilege of announcing our 2025 KREMC Scholarship recipients. The winners of the John H. Anglin Scholarship are Addison Melberg, Annabelle Parker, Anna Arter, David Oosley, Lucy Ray, Madeline Lazark, Mikhail Hag, Natalie Linnemeyer, Rachel Coury, and Riley Burns. And the winners of the 4-H Scholarship are Olivia Parker, Ace Rich Creek, Cruz Nunez, Chloe Nunez, Jay Roberts, Kate River, Owen Backus, Robert Messmore, Trevor Roberts, and Tripp Anderson. Congratulations to all our 2025 scholarship winners. Another youth program we have is called Camp Kilowatt. This 3-day camp is a fun and unique experience for 6th grade students going into 7th grade across Indiana. It typically takes place in June at Camp Tecumseh in Brookston, Indiana. During this experience, students get the chance to learn more about energy and the cooperative world while making new friends and enjoying fun activities and games. Here with me are 2 Camp Kilowatt campers, Carson and Landon, here to talk about their experience. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming.
Anytime. Yeah.
So the first question is, what are the most exciting things you learned at Camp Kilowatt?
Probably about how to be safe around electricity and just to be smart about it.
I learned that if you're caught in a situation with a down power line, you want to bunny hop instead of running so that electricity cannot focus on you from the ground.
Good answer. What was your favorite activity at the camp?
Zip line.
Zip line.
Definitely probably the horseback riding.
Okay. And what was the most memorable thing that happened while you were there?
Probably definitely the zip lining, because there was a lot of kids that were really, really scared of heights and going really fast, and there's a lot of kids that were really excited and love heights. Personally, I really like heights and going really fast, so I thought it was really, really cool.
Adding on to what he said, like he said though, I was one of the kids who was scared of heights. I was crying, kind of scared, but then I went down this zip line and it was actually exhilarating, it was fast, so I'm really glad I tried it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So can you explain something cool about how electricity works that you didn't know before camp?
Well, if there's a down power line and you had a car accident with it, never get out of your vehicle because you never know when it's on, and the power line can affect the ground around you. So you want to stay in your car and wait for help to arrive.
If there's a balloon in the air and it touches the power line, it electrifies it and it zaps it.
Great. So would you recommend Camp Kilowatt to other kids, and why would you recommend it?
100%. It was super fun. You can make new friends. You can have friends that you originally knew going there. There's a lot of fun activities. You get to learn a lot of really cool stuff, and it's just a really fun time.
Yeah, I recommend it 101% because, like he said, it's educational. There's very amazing activities, and the food is amazing, as he said.
Well, that's important.
Oh, yeah.
If you had to describe Camp Kilowatt in one word, what would that word be?
Exhilarating.
Probably electrifying.
Oh, electrifying. That's great.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for sharing your stories and experiences at Camp Kilowatt. Now back to Dalton to hear about the upcoming Board of Directors election.
Thanks, Mike. Now I'd like to present our Board of Director candidates. First, we want to thank Tony Fleming for his years of service as he's retiring this year. Nominee Gabe Ayers is running against nominee Matt Roberts for the open seat left by Tony's retirement. Incumbent Todd Smith is running against Tony Siebenek, and incumbent Dan Tucker is running against Derek Ransbottom. Now let's get to know these candidates and hear about their backgrounds.
Well, hello, my name is Gabe Ayers, and I'm running for the Board of Directors for KREMC.
My name is Matt Roberts, and I'm running for the KREMC Board of Directors this year.
My educational background was high school in Huntington North in Huntington, Indiana, and then graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Ag Economics from Purdue University. Been at Clunet Elevator for 23 years, also a co-owner there, and we've grown the business substantially over the last 15 years, and so I think my ability to lead and bring people together has been one of the strengths that'll help me on the board.
I graduated from Wallasey High School and then went on to Purdue University, where I received 2 bachelor's degrees, one in farm management and one in agri-systems management. I went on for my master's degree at Purdue in agriculture systems management, and I've been at the family farm ever since, working with my dad. We farm in the Syracuse North Webster area. We have to look at our budget every year, on the farm, to figure out what we can afford to do and what we can't afford to do. And especially when it comes to making purchases, what the return on investment of those purchases are going to be and if it's beneficial for our bottom line.
My involvement in the community has been really focused through the 4-H program. I have 2 children involved in 4-H now, and I think it's an awesome program. And so I love the opportunity to give back. I'm on the vice superintendent on the beef committee. I served on the 4-H council. Clunet United Methodist Church, we're a member there and our family attends.
I've been involved with Kiwanis Club there in North Webster, board directors member there, and I'm currently in charge of our 2 largest fundraisers, chicken barbecues. With that money, we're able to give scholarships to graduating students from Wawsee High School. We're able to help out with the local Cub Scouts. We're able to donate to the 4-H livestock auction, those sort of things, and also Riley's Children's Hospital down in Indianapolis.
I'm really interested in running for the board of KREMC because I think I can bring a skill set that allows for membership to keep rates as competitive as possible. I'd love to see it be a continued leader in the community for a great place to work. My father-in-law was on the board and chairman for 30 years, somewhat of a legacy, if you will, and would just love to be a part of this great organization.
The KREMC board of directors, I think they have done a lot of terrific work in the past. It's been such a blessing to have Connect come into our area, be able to have fast internet for less money. And I think it'd just be awesome to be part of a board of directors that gets to work with such a great group of people.
I think my main focus on the board would be keeping rates competitive. I think that's very, very important, but really looking out for the membership, not just nearby, but also long-term.
As a board director, I think what I'd like to do is try to maybe improve some in communication. So maybe there could be some improvement there. I guess that's where I'd like to help out as a board member.
My core values and principles are pretty straightforward. Honesty and integrity are probably the two most common things that rise to the top with me. That's something that has to be earned and is not taken for granted. So I conduct myself with those being on the forefront every day.
Being truthful about a situation. If you were wrong in doing something, admit to it, right away. And also integrity. I always believe in going the extra step, even if it's harder work, to do the right thing. And I try to carry that through, obviously, as a husband, as a father, and as a community member as well.
I'm Todd Smith. I'm running for the Kosciuszko County REMC board.
My name is Tony Siebenek, and I'm running for the board of directors.
I went to high school, Triton High School, and graduated from there. Then I went to Bethel College for a year and a half in business. I feel like the 31 years I worked at UPS, I learned a lot about team building and working together as a team, and also how to solve problems. Serving 3 years on the board now, it's helped me to adjust to do that.
My education is engineering based, both through an electrical engineering degree as well as a mechanical engineering degree. My employment has been in the orthopedic industry my entire career. I feel that both of those will bring a unique perspective to the board of directors because I'm very data and fact driven on the decisions that I make.
I've served on church boards. I've also been actively involved in 4-H with myself growing up and with my children. I was able to serve on committees like the beef committee through 4-H, also taught and Sunday school and youth groups, and I also coach youth basketball, football programs, etc.
My involvement in the local community involves a lot around my two very young, very active children. Their activities take up a lot of my free time, so I've used that to volunteer in their activities, such as coaching soccer, coaching football, and this year I will be volunteering for the Young Tiger football program.
My father served on the KRMC board for 9 years back when I was a young man, and he took great pride in that, and I seen that in him, and I always said if I was ever asked to run, I would definitely consider it because I feel like KRMC is a wonderful company to work for or be a part of.
My interest in running for the board of directors for KRMC really stems around its ability to help its team members and develop KREMC to a better and brighter future.
So I think my focus would be on making wise decisions and voting on wise policies that make sense to our co-op. Not making too drastic of moves, but also wanting to be proactive in where the company's going and where we feel best to serve the community.
As a board member, I would focus on keeping up and potentially helping to improve the reliability of the KREMC services.
Personally, my core values and principles are my faith, my family, and my community. I think as the co-op goes, exactly, integrity is one. I think honesty is another attribute that I have, and that's a value of mine too.
My core values and principles revolve around my family and friends, keeping them safe, being there when they need help, and most of all, having some fun.
My name's Dan Tucker, and I'm running to be re-elected for the board of directors this year. Hi, I'm Derek Ransbottom, and I'm running for the board.
My education background is I graduated from Tippecanoe Valley High School and then went and got a Bachelor's of Science degree in exercise physiology from Ball State, then an associate's degree in physical therapy from University of Indianapolis. Since then, I've worked for Kosciuszko Community Hospital, now it's called Lutheran Kosciuszko, as a physical therapist assistant. That degree and working in physical therapy, what it does, it allows me to work with a lot of people and to understand what people are going through. During a therapy session, you talk about everything from their electric bill to why it's so high or to why it spiked in the winter, just things like that. You get a chance to talk to a lot of people.
I'm a graduate of Warsaw Community High School. Attended Purdue University for 2 years. I've grown up in the family business my whole life. Been around equipment my whole life, so I know the issues of dealing with weather and equipment, but also since having ownership in the family business, I know the office side as well. So that'll help me have a good perspective for both the people out in the field working and for the people that work in the office here as well.
I go to Beaver Dam Community Church, and the one thing that I do try to help out with as much as possible is they have Wheels on Fire Cancer Crusaders, that they do a lot of different meals and fundraising type things where they just gather money and 100% of it goes to fight cancer and to help people in this community in Fulton County.
In the past, I've served on the 4-H Council. I volunteer at my church. I'm a member of the Echoes of the Past Antique Tractor Club, and so they put on several events, do parades, fundraisers, coat drives, display at the county fair. And then one of the big items that I'm probably the most involved with is what they call Summerfest. And if I can put a plug in, it's August 1st and 2nd of this coming year.
I would like to be reelected, and why I'm interested in that is because I've had a blast. It's been 16 years. I still like to learn more, and it seems like you're constantly learning when you're in the boardroom. And it's a great group to work with. We take a lot of pride in everybody that works in this organization, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm interested in running for the KREMC board position to increase my community involvement. I've been approached in the past about doing it, and I never felt like the time was right with family commitments. My youngest two are graduating high school this year, so I feel like I have some more time, and I enjoy meeting new people, getting to hear their story, getting to know them, and just talking to them about any life issues in general.
Main focus is probably just being there for the community that I represent. It's nice to be their voice, and that would probably be my focus, is just continue to be an honest, caring, and hardworking voice for that group of people.
My focus as a board member, I would just address problems that they arise, get both sides of the story, seek out the facts, discuss it with the other directors, the leadership, and then come up with a solution after that.
My core values and principles would be honesty, treating everybody with kindness and kind of the way you want to be treated, right? You want to be treated with respect. You want to help as many people as possible and just be honest and truthful and just do your best job.
I'm guided by my Christian faith, and I like to just put myself in other people's shoes to get their perspective and just treat others like I'd like to be treated and keep it simple.
We are thrilled to have these candidates who are truly invested in our community and our cooperative. And now, John Hand, Secretary-Treasurer from the Board of Directors, is joining us to share some official cooperative announcements and highlights from our 2024 financial results.
Thanks, Dalton. It is our responsibility to ensure that each year, all KREMC members are notified of the annual meeting and the approval of last year's annual meeting minutes. To accomplish this, every member is mailed a notification of the KREMC annual meeting to the address on file. The proof of notice for this year's mailing can be found at kremc.com. The 2024 annual meeting minutes were presented to the Board of Directors on June 13th, 2024, and the motion to approve was carried.
And now that we've taken care of those important announcements, what can you tell us about the cooperative's 2025 financial health?
Well, we had another solid year. We continue to keep operating expenses low, coupled with solid revenues, which resulted in strong net margins at the end of the year. In 2024, KREMC ranked in the top 8% of over 900 electric cooperatives in the nation for operating expenses. and that is thanks to the hard work of the KREMC team.
Incredible. So tell me, John, if a member would like to review the detailed financial information from 2024, where can they find that?
Well, there's a couple places. The 2024 financial results appeared on the inside front cover of the June issue of Indiana Connection magazine. This information is also available at kremc.com.
Thank you, John. Well, this concludes our virtual meeting. If you noticed a special light bulb icon throughout the presentation, visit the link shown at the bottom of the screen to complete the quiz and be entered to win a prize. Now, let's dive into what our members can expect at this year's annual meeting. The drive-thru portion of our annual meeting will take place at our facility on Thursday, June 12th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. We encourage you to use your voice and vote, as members like you are what guide our cooperative forward. You will receive a ballot in the mail. If you do not have your ballot, we will provide you with one when you drive through the KREMC facility. As a special thank you for attending the meeting, you'll receive a $10 bill credit, a special gift, and a box meal. We look forward to seeing you there.